West eating fufu and a hammer that I keep don't come with nails. Look, I ain't know who Bill Burr was until I met the man.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Miami Dolphins. Here's the former Utah Ute, Matt Gay, to get this one started. And we are underway from Miami. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Throwing to start here is Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Hey, come on, two. All right, let's go.
On first down, back to Achane. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Dolphins at 8-8 now on the year, and they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid. As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Hey, 21G.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Ready? 65 catch. Hey, check that. Street. Ready?
On 1st down, Richardson. This pass caught. It's Woods. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And even though this is a top 5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there. And they're able to come up with the 1st down.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 16 more on that one and another 1st down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back to back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. Play action. Now Richardson. This is caught. It's Woods. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense, and now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play? Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Cowboy 80, Panther 11, Panther 11. Cougar 19, Buffalo 18.
2nd and 10, back to the air with Richardson. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Go quick. Go check, go check.
Here's Richardson to throw. He's got his man. That's Woods on the out route. Touchdown! Jelani Woods, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Colts get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a 1st down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the 1st down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Dolphins nothing. Matt Gay to kick off for the Colts.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. You look at this Colt defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now they've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Here's Tua. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. He may go. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know, some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
Now he's forced out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. They'll try and run the option. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Anthony Richardson scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Colts' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Gay is on for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14, Dolphins nothing. Matt Gay to kick off for Colts.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, you know, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
A give, running right, Achane shrugs him off. We'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Steps away. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Samson Abukum able to get him for a loss of about 3.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Looking to pass. Tua. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Couple of Alabama guys there. Tua to Waddle for the Miami first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Two and now on first down. And going deep for Hill. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
That was a chance for the breakthrough. He's got a man running free, and you've got to be able to put that on him. But instead, led him too far, incomplete.
On second down, a run by Achane. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Let's go.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Emmanuel Ogba there on the stop.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. 42 yards. And the Colts have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Set to return. Here's Raheem Mostert. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
32 Stinger. Watch it, Oscar.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
They didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
Warriors 70. Say, hey.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's a 2nd and 8. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Well, now they'll try the end around. And this is going to backfire big time. He'll go down in the end zone, and that's a safety. And around the goal line, sometimes trickeration can be great, turn into a big play. Here it backfires.
To put it mildly, when you give up 2 points on an offensive play, especially that close to the goal line, razzle-dazzle there, I'm sure we'll be talking about that in the future.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Out route to Hill, complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
20, TX. All right, let's go.
From the gun, it's Tua. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're giving the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
Ready.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal.
Ready.
Achane. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Ready.
One more time with Achane. And this time he is in. Devon Achane with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Already enjoying a two-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. Bradley Chubb from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And he lost 6 there on the first down play.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Second down, here's Richardson. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 on a Dolphins touchdown. So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
Sanders on for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Rig alert, 60 Nazareth, 60 Nazareth.
Richardson looking to throw this. This one into the hands of Will Mallory. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
He's known for his legs and his fancy footwork, but he's not getting much of a chance to use it here. The defense continued to hold the upper hand by bringing him down on that play.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That one finds Pierce right side. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Let's go
3rd down and 13.
Cut 19. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Richardson looking to throw. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
Taylor is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Makes the score Colts 28, Dolphins 16. Jack Gay to kick off for the Colts.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Their own 18-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is. And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
A run straight ahead with Achane. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Flushed out right. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well. Obviously they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. The 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game.
Dolphins 16. Matt Gay to kick off for the Colts.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of the...
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it first and 10 at the 45. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 1. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Incomplete.
Pass on 2nd down. Intended for Ashton Doolin. Incomplete. It's 3rd down. And 1 yard to go.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll send the tight end in motion left.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Third and 1, Richardson to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
The 3rd down pass. Intercepted. The Dolphins take over first and 10 at the 49-yard line.
After the turnover, it's Tua. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. And quickly, they get to the line. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, and that's kind of how it's gone for him so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
Tua to try again on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now, meanwhile, the final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And now here's another interception. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick six will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no option. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
Gay is on for the point after. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Makes the score Colts 42, Dolphins 16. Matt Gay to kick off for the Colts.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Up the middle, Achane. Call it no gain there, and they've got a ways to go now on third down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And he'll take it on this side of midfield. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now Richardson going to shift things up.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
A 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
To his throw, caught by his receiver, Hill. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20.
And the Dolphins, first down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's second and 10.
All right, fellas, listen up.
Tua sets up to pass it. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Ready. Long.
Tua going to throw. Here's Higgins out on the right side. They'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Second and 10. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. Powers through. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnovers.